Hi everyone, it's Trish from Imaginary Photography here in Sydney, home of Imaginary Secrets and Imaginary Portraits. Now in the previous video I did a close-up fresh beauty edit or a beauty retouch, and I did it on a young model, but I want to do another retouch to demonstrate how part of my studio and photo shoot process involves every single person that comes into my studio doing this natural fresh close-up portrait as a starting point to the entire shoot. So as we progress in our shoot, we will, add more to the makeup. We might change the hair. We might do some glamorous gowns. But my starting point has always been, and I hope and I plan for it to always continue with starting with your natural beauty or the natural beauty of my client. So as I said, the starting point is always natural makeup, wherever possible, not even any sort of foundation. I leave that decision to my client as well as to Alex, who's my professional hair and makeup artist. She's also an expert on skin types. I'm not an expert in hair and makeup. I just simply tell Alex, look, I want a fresh look. I want it as natural as possible, and I leave it to the hands of the experts, which of course is my makeup artist and the client. So in this particular case, I'll get rid of my recording button. That should have gone in the first place. So this wonderful, stunning woman happens to be more of a wiser woman. But she's phenomenal. She's amazing. She's a stunner. I saw her hair when she contacted me. I'm like, yes, let's shoot. And she's also a lawyer, and she's the mother of a little boy. So let's do this natural sort of retouch. As you can see, once again, this is my raw photo. Once again, I'll move my face out of the way. Okay, so I have made adjustments to this particular photo. I've opened up shadows. I really dropped the highlights because, again, I want a natural, fresh feel to it. I don't want it to be overly contrasty, but I have upped the contrast a little bit. Have I done my optics on this one? Yes, I have. I have removed my chromatic abrasion, and I've also applied the profile correction. So if I turn that off, you can see there is that vignette. When I'm working with the light, natural, fresh, I don't want a vignette. I don't need a vignette. I mean, look at this stunning face. It just draws all the attention, and the light is spot on. It's once again, it's my 150 massive diffused umbrella. It's single diffused, but I have it pretty far away from my model because I have that space. So pretty much, again, get it right in camera. Take the time to adjust the lighting in studio so you get it right in camera, and that way there's only minimal retouching to be done. And frankly, there is little retouching to be done. So I've made some basic adjustments in this. I've adjusted the white balance. I'm not going to go back to the original. Oh, maybe I can. Let's go. Okay, so that's the original, and those are my adjustments. So I have reduced a bit of the vibrance as well on that as well. Honestly, like if we go back to the original, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much spot on. I just need to open up some shadows. So yeah, it does look a little bit. Okay, perfection. Happy to work with that. What else? This was shot with my 100mm f2.8 lens. Okay, at aperture of 2.8. So, and as you can see, it's pretty sharp. All right, let's begin. Still need waiting to finish that photo. Okay, so the first thing I will do is move my face out of the way, as I do. Okay, so the first thing I do is we'll apply my neural filters, as we do. Again, I want to retain as much of the skin texture as possible, but I do want a quick one button skin retouch, and yep, happy with that. Beautiful. So I'm going to apply it, and there's still a little bit of editing to do on this one, but we're pretty much spot on. Alright, so once again, my first step is frequency separation. I can probably brighten this photo up a little bit more, to be honest. Okay, so with my frequency separation action, I turn off my skin texture and I go straight down to my skin tone blend mask, not the layer, but the mask. Then I'm painting on a black mask, hence I'm using a white brush. For skin tone blend, it is at 60% opacity. Soft brush as always, so let's paint on and smooth out those skin tones. I mean, there's really not that much to do here. Like the highlights, the shadows, they're pretty much spot on. Not harsh shadows, soft shadows on this. Stunning, love it, perfection, I have to say, even if I do say so myself. I mean, I'm so happy with this photo. This is like one of my favorites of all time. What I really want to do is obviously clean up the shoulder using the patch tool as I do. Not sure if you're hearing the music. My kids are on TikTok today. Alright, so yeah, okay, cool. Alright, now let's have a look at the face. I will soften up the forehead a little bit more, but the rest of the skin texture is phenomenal. A few blemishes that need to be removed. I have no problem removing blemishes simply because blemishes eventually go away. They are not permanent features of a face, hence I will remove them. Okay, so I go back to my patch tool. As I mentioned, the healing tool brush thingy is holding down shift and then hitting it 4 times. Where are you? Where's my... Hello? Oh, there you are. Naughty. All right, I hit Alt. I'm on my skin texture layer, not the mask, but the layer. And then I simply brush off. As you can see, you made an instrument. How do you make an instrument? Sorry, children. Huh? Are you live streaming? No, I'm recording a YouTube video. Alright, so what I'm doing here is simply just get rid of the flyaway hairs. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoa, what are you doing? Alright, sometimes my pen doesn't work, so I have to change to mouse, as you saw. You can be as pedantic and perfectionist as you like on this. Flyaway hairs are quite normal, so I don't sort of overdo it. Okay, there we go. Okay, just a little bit of blemishes. I mean, this is like beautiful, beautiful skin. Just blending it in a little bit better. Obviously that wasn't blending in well. Okay, so here we got a little bit of eye hair, which we want to get rid of. There we go. Okay, let's have a look. Alright, I might want to get rid of this part here. Okay, so Shift J. Here we go. I will use a patch tool for this because I just want to drag and drop it across. And with the patch tool, you're just taking up one section of that skin texture and moving it across. Here we go. Just look at this and go, wow, just stunning. Just stunning. All right, I want to get rid of that. That's sort of sticking out like a sore thumb. Overall, wow. Just her skin just shines. Look at that shine on the skin. Okay, so yep. That's it, really. Mom, I don't like you talking to yourself. I'm scared. I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to the people watching my YouTube video. I'm talking to people who will watch this video. All right, so I just want to soften the forehead just a tiny bit. I will probably drop this to 15%. I usually do this at 30% opacity. So when I go to the skin texture mask, obviously I'm on a white mask, so I will, oh, hello. I will use a black brush, and I normally use 30%, but in this case, because I want to retain the skin texture as much as possible, I'll do it at 15. So there we go, the before and the after. Okay, so I'm bringing out her best features, getting rid of some distracting features. Overall, really love this photo. I love this photo. Yeah, okay, so that's it. That's skin retouch. It's done. There's nothing else to do. Like, I'm feeling like there's a little thing here that's sticking out when you sort of bring it away. You can sort of see it there. Yes, I'm being a little bit pedantic, but hell, it's who I am. Let's do that. Let's patch tool it across a little bit. Yep. I mean, there's so many ways you can do it other than a patch tool, but it's my habit. I like patch tool. Sue me. See little. Nah, okay, perfect. All right. At this point, I feel like the highlights and the shadows are pretty much perfect. I'm not going to add any highlights and I'm not adding any shadows. So I'm simply going to probably do my white point and black point. So I'm just going to go to my curves adjustment layer and just adjust those white points. So to do that, again, I click and create a curves layer. There it is. I go into the properties and then holding down the Alt key, I will click on the white arrow and I will bring it across until I start seeing some speckling, as you can see on that photo. And I'm specifically looking for speckling on the face. And the reason why I'm looking for... Oh my God, my child's yelling at TikTok. All right, so the reason why I'm looking for speckling on the face is because I'm working with a white background. So the white point should really be on the face and not on the background. I will do the same thing to the blacks, but the blacks are pretty much set. You can probably see that, you know, they're there. They're already there, so I don't need to adjust the black point. I probably want to open this up a little bit more. So I will go and select all my layers, hit Control J, right click and merge layers, and then go back into my camera raw filter. And I really want to brighten this up a little tiny bit, so 0.25. And just open up a little bit more shadow. Tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. Okay. Now at this point, some people might go into a dodge and burn, sort of add in the shadows in the face and the highlights on the highlight spots. I'm not looking for dramatic in this one. Again, with my natural beauty shots, I want this to be as soft, natural and fresh as possible. So I'll just go into my alien skin now and wait. What more can I say? Like, seriously. So this one is once again Fuji Pro 800Z at 60% and Kodak is it Portra 160 NC at 30%. So before and after, before and after. I might turn off the Kodak Portra. So yeah, I think that's better. Oh my flipping God, that's what she's saying. Okay, so I'm going to play around. See what I like. No, I prefer a little bit more dramatic. Let's have a look. What am I happy for? I mean, the first one was pretty much spot on, but like I like to play around. I know I'm fairly familiar with the presets in Alien Skin, so I sort of know which one can do what. And I usually like Fuji Pro 160C as a pretty decent highlight and contrast, but the 800 is pretty bloody good too. So, but I'm thinking maybe a little bit too much in this case. Maybe I'll drop it to 30%. It's just finding that balance of the right contrast, but also natural. Ooh, no. I think this is it, I think. Tough choice. All right, so child, stop interrupting me. Sheesh, mummy's working. All right, so I'm looking for a natural filter, but obviously you can go with some dramatic filters. So for example, the SX70 blend film is one of my favorites. As you can see, drama. The other one I really like is the color photo. Ooh, what about if I turn both of them on? So that sort of gives you a warm, creamy result, which I also like. So if I'm in a position where I can't decide between the two filters, I will actually use both. So let me demonstrate. I actually really like that. I do. It's very warm. It's very golden. It's very bronzy. So I will apply that. But I also want that natural fresh look as well. So waiting. Beautiful, stunning. Okay, and then I will go turn off that new exposure layer, or alien skin layer, filter layer, layer. And then I will go back to the layer that's underneath the original one, and then I'll go back into alien skin and apply the natural fresh one. And then I'll have those two layers that apply the filters, and then I can save both of them. Okay, let's do it. I think it was the decision of, bloody hell, that's stunning, beautiful, fresh. I do like that one. Hello, child. I think that's too contrasty. I think this one might be too much as well. And finally, Fuji Realer is also an awesome filter as well. It's also one of my favorites, and it always surprises me, but not in this case. Wow, we're sleeping today, computer. No, let's go with the Kodak Portra 160 VC at 60% opacity. Happy. Let's do that. Done. Like you can see this photo on a double spread of a magazine for me. And finally, I will run my Sean Archer finishing action for just sharpening the eyes. There we go. So dramatic, less dramatic, dramatic, less dramatic. I mean, I could do some burning to bring out the shadows, but no, I'm happy with that. Okay. The other thing I will do is, I mean, I can sharpen the eyes, but I sort of want to clean up the eyes a little bit as well. So at this point, I use, I mean, you can do it with actions and brushes, but you know me, I prefer to press button. So I have Portrait Pro. It's an older version of Portrait Pro. I've had it for a while. And I really like the eye feature of Portrait Pro, so I'll take you through it. This is how Portrait Pro works. Okay, so I'm not going to apply lighting to this one, or maybe I will, I don't know. If you want that extra drama, you can add the lighting, but I'm not going to. No makeup and no that. And as you can see, the eyes. So just make sure that's correct. Okay, so let's fix that up because it's a little bit too much. Clean the eyes. Too much. Might not even do this here, to be honest. And then sharpen. I love sharpen. It's very natural. And then you can sort of highlight, like, brighten the iris, which I also like. It's not that much different, but it's still good. Okay, and then I return from plugin. Cool. And then once again, if I really want to, what? Oh, it's on the wrong layer. Okay, never mind. All right, so that's essentially how it looks like. So I've got both of them dramatic and very natural, ready to go. Essentially, the purpose of this video was to demonstrate how I will do this as my first stepping point, or first part of all my photo shoots, the natural, clean, fresh look. And it's fairly easy to edit and retouch with all women. So if you have any questions, post them in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Now, how do I turn this off again? Hello? Stay with me. It's not there. Okay, I know how to stop it.